sometimes and I say weird stuff. But I don't always say what the captions say that I say. We're gonna prep a little bit for tachos. I gotta go stir my meats and my beans. I got it on a low heat flame setting. I'm sure that's awesome. I'll just walk away as soon as we go. Sorry about that. Okay, I gotta put these in my little baggie in the fridge. I'm gonna cut these up and move them out the way, and then I'm gonna handle our farmer's market tomatoes that are all cracky. Cracky. Tots are going across the kitchen in the air fryer. I'm not trying to scare you with my fingers in the way. I don't necessarily care if I cut them 5 times because they keep moving over. It's cool. There'll still be a little bit of green on our tachos, nachos. We have learned that we really like shredded cheese on our tachos. I'm not saying I don't like cheese sauce. I do. But I feel like if I'm going to do cheese sauce, it either needs to be swimming in it or I need to mix it with a good shred. Not really sure why, but I really, really like it shredded on there. It's delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and use the lid for this. We shake off our waters, fire and flies. Just get my bench scraper out. I'm gonna use those tomatoes, but I wanted to go ahead and get these prepped. And I think I'm gonna do some slices for burgers for when he cooks them at lunchtime. Sometimes dinners, and I'm gonna do some chunkies for our nachos and tachos this week. We got a few here that I'm going to cut the tops off because they're cracked. That's a little comedina for me. There we go. We'll cut this in a little deeper. See how it goes. It looks fine. And then I'll cut the center out. There's some pretty sharp knives. This is our coated chef's knife. We also have a tomato knife that I do really love. I think the onions are getting me, which is crazy. And the eyeballs. Here's our tomato knife. I use it all the time. You could also use the cup slicer once you got this kind of cut down to a smaller size so you don't smash them. I use a cup slicer for cherry tomatoes all the time. Here's what I want to tell you about it. Try to not do it on a squishy cherry tomato. You might have a mess. I've shot it on the cabinets, on myself. It's hit me in the glasses. It'd be a great prank if you're a prankster. For somebody, if any wanted to, that doesn't wear glasses, although I would recommend glasses because nobody wants tomato juice in their eye or seed. But I will say, it's pretty funny, even when you do it to yourself. I'm going to cut deeper on this one because my cracky dried some stuffs out. I don't want no funk. What's the song? Saying all the time, sort of. Okay. I'm just putting them down to get rid of some of the seeds. I like to keep the little tray here. We've been eating purple and red tomatoes. This week will be no exception. We have the same. So let me get a couple of, you won't be a slice, move. I'll do this slice for cutting up. And I'll do this slice for a burger. And then I'll cut its booty off for another burger slice. It's not all skin. Our tops are done. Put that in there. We'll chop that one up. I'll chop this one up. Just because the center's kind of gone or funky. And then we'll do this as another slice for a burger. Or if it comes down to it, I'll cut it up for some more tacos or tachos or whatever we're having. So all I'm doing is slicing. I need to go stir my meats. And then on this part, I usually like to do it horizontally when I cut off the bootay. Right there. So we're good to go. I'm gonna let that keep soaking up the juices. I'm gonna go stir. We'll shred some cheese and we'll be about done. Oftentimes I'll shred on a cutting board or a plate or something like that. And if, you know, this is juicy. If I didn't have it covered up, it would probably be fine to do, but we're going to use quite a bit of cheese for our tots. I'm just going to cut these in half and have bigger chunks, y'all. Let's do it like a pizza. Sort of. I lost it. Cut these in half. There we go. Got our pizza slices. That's a big one. We're going to cut that down a little bit. I'm going to put these over here on my paper towel. Soak up some of the gelatinous goose. We're going to move this out the way. And we're going to shred our cheese. And then we'll get that. I'm leaving it in there so that it stays warm. You don't have to stay here for the whole thing if then you don't want to. And since it's Manic Monday, I almost forgot to tell you about Tune In Tuesday. So Tuesdays, Pampered Chef goes live. For those itches, not using the cheese. And I'm going to come take a peek and see if you have the satisfying view of the shredding. So coming around the other side. It looks like it. Let me scooch it back a smidge. Come close into the light. So Tune In Tuesdays, Pampered Chef goes live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I sneezed before we came on. Just FYI, if I'm extra sniffly today, it's because I had a sneeze attack. Anyhow, register, please. Register for the Zoom. If you need a link or you can't find one or you don't have time to look for one, let me know and I can send you a link to sign up. It's just like a Zoom call-ish where someone is cooking or making some delicious goodness. I learn tips and tricks all the time when I get to attend them, and if I can't, I register anyway, so I get an email of the recipe and a link to the live event so that I can see it later if I want to. If you want to see how the food's prepared, or there's a part of it maybe you're questioning, or whatever it was that they used. So they will email you with like buttons and links to where you can check out the actual video link. You can print the recipe if you want to, and you can see the products that they used to prepare it. But registering for the live also registers you for whatever giveaway they are doing, and if they happen to be giving away something plus a discount code, that will also usually be emailed a couple of hours after it. So you have a couple of days to use it, or so you did in the past. Now, depending upon the promos we have on the website right now, sometimes they don't have coupon codes, sometimes they do. Some people may have gotten one emailed in the last couple of days for specific products. All kinds of things. So it pays to be registered for the live, and it pays to get emails from Pampered Chef. And sometimes I email and let you know what's cooking or what has been cooking or what extra promos we have going on. I think my hand is melting this cheese, y'all. I think we have enough for our hotness. I'm going to Ziploc bag that. Rinse this off real quick. I'm going to go grab them here in just a second. And we can build our pot. I got to grab plates too. So let's get our line ready. These are the tots I'm using, just off-brand tater tots. I have used them probably in the last month or two. I've also used the Sonic ones, y'all. Because you can get those in the freezer section. I clipped them with one of our Twix-It clips. Very handy. You can clip the whole bag. I'll be right back with our totness. said beep, beep, beep. Here are our tots. I put them on a parchment liner that's made for, I think they're made for basket air fryers. I just get those on Amazon. Ooh. These plates are fun. Here we go. Trying to be quick. I'm gonna hold my paper down and dump it. You don't have to use these. I do not always use them. I was kind of being lazy earlier. Ooh, the wind's catching it. And what I'm going to do, instead of sticking these in the air fryer, like in our modular sheet pan, which is a good one, with cheese on them, I'm just gonna put it on here. And then I'm gonna top it with our warm beans and beef mixture. These probably could have went a little bit longer. So I did 16 minutes in the air fryer and did a switcheroo halfway through, or more like 9 minutes in instead of 8. I like mine crispy. These aren't as crispy as I do like them. However, you can cook them longer, and he needs more food than me. You can, I've stuck them in a modular sheet pan before and put my cheese in there and did all the melty goodness. And sometimes I do the big shreds if I'm going to do something like that, so it takes a little bit longer, but I would air fry them at least partially first before you put the cheese on if you're going to do cheese in the air fryer. Or you could do it in the oven if you wanted to, especially if you're entertaining or you have like our big round stone or the chip and dip set. You could also use it. It's big and round, you know, and I've used it before. And you could bake your tots or air fry your tots and then put them on there and put them in the oven and keep them warm with some melty cheesy goodness on them. You could also do some dipping sauce in the middle of whatever your ring is. Some more cheese. I'm trying to think. I like to do pulled pork and do barbecue tacos. You can do ground beef, any sort of chicken, carnita meat. You could do like a Cuban pork situation, which would be delicious. I really like Cuban food a lot. I like food, y'all, but it might be one of my favorites. Okay, let's go get our beef and beans. I think, did I leave it on? No, I actually turned it off. Wow, my brain works sometimes. And I just cooked up taco meat, y'all, or I used our everything taco seasoning and a couple pounds of ground beef to have cooked up for the week. I'm at the last of it. I think we might have one more meal and then we'll be completely done with the nacho, taco-y fry situations. I don't think we did fries with this round. We might do nachos a couple of times. I really, really love nacho stuffs. I also like tacos fine. But something about some yummy chips. Taco salad's good too, and I haven't done that in a while. As you can probably tell, I am very hungry. And I love food a lot. I can't use that lid yet. So we're gonna corn it. I just like to prep corn. You can pressure cook it, you could boil it, however you like your corn. And you don't even have to cook it if you don't want to. But I have a sensitive belly, so I like to pressure cook some stuff so that maybe it won't hurt me as bad. That's all. That's why I do it. I feel like I probably could have waited a minute so that the cheese would melt a little better, but if I waited a minute, that means I have to wait to eat, and I'm hungry. So word for the live, how about tots? So message me the word tots, plural or not. That will enter you into this month's giveaway. That's my giveaway. So remember, tune in Tuesdays, the Pampered Chef giveaway. Y'all, I would love for all my peeps to win stuffs all the time. From me, from Pampered Chef, all the time. It would be great. And what a celebration it would be. I know Tammy's got some real good luck. I'm serious. Tammy has the best luck with the giveaways. Okay, maybe because she participates a lot. Okay, we got our beans. We'll tomato it, and then I'll sauce. I'll show you the final result. It'll be delicious. I love this stuff. And the corn and beans, it's not something that I have done much in the past, but really do like it. It adds, you know, just a little extra flavors to all of our taco-y goodness, which I do really, really love. Okay, that's this lid. That lid, I gotta rinse my hand again because I keep getting it dirty. This just means I should probably use our tongs. I also booby trapped over here and left the dishwasher wide open, which is super annoying. When someone else does it, it's also annoying when I do it. Here we go. Let's give it a stir. I don't really want to dig for a scoop, so I might just use a regular old spoon. This will be the best sound you hear all day. Just kidding. You know, the squishy sounds it makes when you stir. Okay, now we have this, and we're gonna dollop a daisy on there. Or not. Yeah, we will. I'm like, I really want to use a big spoon because I'm being lazy. So I'm gonna tell you, I will take a picture of these. I always do, because I think they are colorful and they look delicious. And I love to do the dollops. Just, you know, kind of spread out. I need to get something to faux shizzle drizzle it. And Les completely annihilates the whole thing. He takes a fork or whatever he's eating with and just smears it. And I think it's awesome if it's like on top of a quesadilla and it's nice and beautiful and flat, and then you strategically place all your toppings and it's this colorful masterpiece, and he just destroys and mixes all the goo together, and it's no longer pretty, but I'm sure it's delicious because it's good together. But I might have stared him down when we had nachos last time and he did that. Let's put a dollop. Oh, you're gonna have a lot of dollops right here. Trying to cover that spillage up. He heard me talking about him. I'm gonna leave this out for him to lick. That's ready. Ooh, knock our water over. I like to faux shizzle drizzle the mild sauce over the top of the sour cream. I don't know why, for extra color. This has a good flavor to me because I'm not a spicy person. You could add red pepper flakes if you wanted to, or sriracha. Some people are crazy and they like for their food to cause them pain. I'm not one of those. I mean, I might be a little bit crazy, but I don't like my food to hurt my mouth, so, or my stomach, or any other areas of my body without going there. Also, I like to pressure cook the beans in case you weren't here for that, to add an extra layer of hopefully protection against what could happen in your stomach or your family's stomach if you don't like to smell them, because pressure cooking foods is supposed to make it easier on our bellies. Now, I don't know if it works for everything, but I'm dang sure always going to try it for that. You can have that one. It's a little more on the white side with more flavor. Okay, so we're basically done. He likes onions, so we're just gonna bang them all off over here. We got our tomatoes ready for the Frigidaire. Everything's going back in the fridge. This is dinner. I hope I see y'all tomorrow. We might bake some cookies that we made yesterday for lunch tomorrow, and I will try to remind you about Tune In Tuesday so that you don't miss a chance for another giveaway. I'm gonna get a picture of this and all the stuff put back in the fridge. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, please message me TOTS to be entered into this month's giveaway. And I reckon that's all. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your night and week.